All right, pre-algebra, we're going to continue solving compound inequalities. I got 3 different examples on the board that we're going to do. So our first one, it says -4 is less than r minus 5, which is less than -1. So what I know is this concept of r minus 5 is greater than -4 and is less than -1. So I got to figure out what can r be. Now, if you were to look this up online, you'll see some teachers who tell you to break this up into 2 separate inequalities, solve both, and then put it back together. I think that's a lot more work than it needs to be. I think we can solve both sides at the same time. So what we're going to do is, I know I've got r minus 5. I got to solve for r. I need r to be isolated, it to be alone. So I need this minus 5 to go away. So I'm going to add 5. Now, when I add 5, I have to add 5 to both sides of the inequality. So what happens is here, my r minus 5 plus 5 cancels out. I just have r. Over here, -4 plus 5 is 1. Over here, -1 plus 5 is 4. And I end up with my answer. R has to be greater than 1 and less than 4. And then I can graph that. 0, 1, 4. I'm not going to fill in my circles because there's no equal to's. R is greater than 1. R is less than 4. I've successfully graphed it and got my answer. All right, my second one. I got -6 is less than or equal to 3x, which is less than 15. Same idea here. I've got 3 being multiplied by x, so to get rid of that 3, I got to divide by 3. And when I divide by 3, I have to divide both sides by 3. So I do that, I get -6 divided by 3 is -2. 3 divided by 3 cancels, so I just have x, which is what I want. 15 divided by 3 is 5. And I've successfully got that one solved now, where x has to be greater than or equal to -2, and x has to be less than 5. So, I can graph that, and -2, 0, 5. I'm going to fill in my circle at -2 because I got the equal to, and it's greater than that. 5, I'm not filling in my circle because there's no equal to symbol. So, and I've graphed that one. Got my answer for the second problem. So let's look at the third one. Third one's just a couple more steps. I got -3 is less than or equal to -2x minus 1, which is less than or equal to 7. So this is like a 2-step equation where first I get rid of what's being added or subtracted. So I'm going to get rid of this -1 by adding 1. And remember, you do it to all sides. So now I got -2 is less than or equal to -2x minus 1 plus 1 cancels. And then 7 plus 1 is 8. And then next, so I'm still not done. I still have an isolated x. I still got to get it alone. So I got to divide by -2. So I'm going to divide both sides, or all 3 sides here by -2. Now, -2 divided by -2 is 1. Now, let's remember something we learned about solving inequalities. When you're solving an inequality and you multiply or divide both sides by a negative number, you have to flip your sign. So this sign has to flip. Here, my -2's cancel out. Over here, 8 divided by -2 is -4. And again, this sign flips as well. And now when you look at this, it doesn't totally make sense. If you look at all of these, they're always less than signs, less than or equal to, less than. So this one, and also the smallest number should be on the left, but it's not. So when this happens, what you got to do is you got to take the inequality and rotate the whole thing around. So my -4 comes over here, my sign goes the other way, that sign goes the other way, 1 goes on that side. And now I've got a successful inequality. These two mean the same thing. This is just in the proper form. Now I can graph that. I got a -4, 0, 1. Fill in my circle because of the equal to. Fill in my circle. And I have my answer. All right, so that's three examples there, 3 problems for you. Do the practice problems, check with the answer key, and then do the quiz on Google Forms. Thank you.